With Russia's invasion of Ukraine, neighboring Moldova has found itself on the front line of the refugee crisis. Days after the attack, the country, which has a separatist region with Russian troops in it, also applied for EU membership. We spoke with Moldova's Prime Minister Natalia Gavrilița. How do you see the security situation of your country with the war on Ukraine? Is Moldova under direct military threat by Russia?
It is very unfortunate what is happening in Ukraine. We condemn the war and we strongly support the Ukrainian independence and territorial integrity within its internationally recognized borders. We are living in a complex region with security issues for Moldova as well. Especially this is regarding the Transnistrian separatist region, but we are currently seeing no danger or risks for spillover into the Transnistrian region. We are continuing with our negotiating formats. Moldova is a neutral country. Its neutrality is enshrined in the constitution, and we expect everyone to act in accordance with this principle.
And what's your plan if the Russian troops fail to stop at your borders?
This is a hypothetical scenario. We are currently very much concentrated on the management of the large refugee flows. We have more than 250,000 people who have crossed the border from Ukraine. We have 120,000 that are estimated to have remained in Moldova, which is the largest number in Europe as proportion of population. We are at our current capacity, and we need a lot of help and international assistance to deal with this massive humanitarian crisis. So we are concentrated on the challenges that we are facing now rather than discuss hypothetical scenarios.
Actually, I wanted to ask you, how are you coping with the massive influx of refugees compared to the relatively small size of your country? Do you need more international assistance on this issue?
We certainly do. As I mentioned, we have the largest influx of refugees ever seen by Moldova, but also probably ever seen by Europe. The speed, I think, and the size of the refugee flow is more than estimations by UNHCR showed before the military actions began. Moldova is, of course, also the country with the most limited resources, and we definitely need financial assistance, and we need humanitarian assistance in order to be able to support this flow of refugees. And as long as the military actions are going on, we expect this to continue. So we are urgently requiring green corridors to other countries, but also financial assistance to maintain the spending that we are currently incurring and have incurred by ourselves the last 10 days. We are just now starting to receive some humanitarian assistance, so the burden on Moldovan resources has been great.
You have a breakaway region, Transnistria, with a Russian military base in it. Do you see any extraordinary military activities there, and do you think those soldiers might join the conflict?
Indeed, we do have the separatist region of Transnistria. We have Russian troops stationed there. We have called for the withdrawal of troops consistently for the last 30 years. We currently do not see any risks or plans for engagement. But of course, the situation is uncertain and depends on evolution in Ukraine. But as I said, we are a neutral country, and we expect all international partners to act in line with the principle of neutrality. For now, we are discussing within the current negotiating formats, and we do not see any signs or any plans for engagement.
Moldova submitted a membership application for the European Union last week. Normally this accession process takes decades. Do you see the chance for a fast-track process in the current situation?
We are aware that the European integration process is a long process of transformation. At the same time, with the security of this region, the offering of candidate status would be a very important signal to the people of the countries that submitted the request to join the European Union, that they are welcomed in the free world. They are welcomed in a union where democratic values and the rule of law and the respect of human rights, the respect of international law are fundamental principles. And of course, we are ready to do the homework that is necessary to achieve the standards to join the European Union.
Some Romanian political parties say there should be a referendum so Moldova can unite with Romania and get into the EU and NATO this way. Is this scenario on the table?
Currently, we are not discussing this option.
How would Western integration function in the case of Moldova with a pro-Russian breakaway region in it? And obviously, Vladimir Putin, who is trying to restore the former Soviet Union, will try to block this. How do you see this issue?
Again, I think that this is a hypothetical question. We are currently working within the negotiating formats agreed, and we will work with all international partners depending on the evolution and the changes in the circumstances to design the best way and the best negotiating formats to continue discussions on reintegration.
You mentioned earlier the neutrality of your country. This means that any accession to the NATO is excluded, right?
Indeed, this neutrality principle is enshrined in the Constitution, and we will be pursuing EU integration, but we will not be pursuing membership in the NATO alliance.
Prime Minister, thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you.